Good morning everyone. Just wanted to film a very short clip just to show you guys how I fill my eyebrows in pretty much on a daily basis now. Really easy technique to do, not messing about with different pens and stuff. Just simple. All you need is a little eyebrow brush like this, just obviously a little slight diagonal to it just for shaping. This is just to blend in the concealer after, so again another small brush and just some just using this lasting finish concealer, and yeah, some eyeshadow. So dead simple. You don't have to have any particular sort of brow gel or brow pens, just if you've just got a brown eyeshadow. Obviously it depends what matches your tone. If you've got, you know, black hair, dark features, you're going to be using a very dark brown to black colour. Lighter features, obviously a much lighter brown. So I just use this colour, as you can see here. If you were a lot fairer, then probably this colour or this colour. A lot darker, something more, you know, more towards the sort of black side of things. I've got no makeup on at the moment. I've just got a little bit of foundation on because I've had to nip out. So first thing I'm going to do is just take a spoolie. A lot of these will be in a lot of brush sets. Also in like free eyeshadow sets and stuff like that, they usually have these, but I just use that just to give my eyebrows a brush through and a bit of a shape. See, just like that. Okay, and then I'm just going to use that eyebrow brush, take that dark pigment onto the brush and then just shape. Now I like to just basically fill them in on the actual line. I don't like to sort of overline them too much. I do like a thick brow, but obviously you don't want it standing out like a big caterpillar on your face or something. So I just literally follow that outline of the hairs. Obviously these my eyebrows are shaped, I do pluck them. I like to pluck this bit here and obviously just get that nice arch. But anyway, here we go, and then just keep filling in, and then take this underneath where the main hairs start here. I just like to sort of create a line like so. Just do little movements and then sort of fill in that line, just taking little brush strokes as if you were sort of, you know, drawing hairs. Fill this little thin part of the arch in here, and then for this bit here, because obviously my hairs are a bit wispy here, I like to have like more of a square look. So I'll just take the brush and I'll put it sort of a straight angle, not before I was doing it like this. Now I'm just going to rotate, and I'm just going to literally brush upward, just as if you were, you know, trying to recreate the hairs here. Can you see how I've just taken little strokes? So just give that a little bit more. Don't worry if you sort of come down a little bit too much, like you can see here, because that's why we've got the concealer after, just to clear them up. So this one's nearly done. Just make sure it's not too, you don't want like obviously gaps and sparse bits showing, but just to give that nice shape. So this is one that isn't done. This eyebrow is slightly different. Your eyebrows are, they do normally be different, so all I can hear now is my mum's voice in my head saying they're not twins, they're sisters. So I'm going to try and do a similar sort of shape on this side. Just bear in mind obviously that you will have a different shaped eyebrow probably, but I'm just going to take the brush again and just mark out that top line. Take a bit more eyeshadow and then just try to bring it down that arch. That's where my shape varies, is this arch bit here. This one is quite sort of prominent, this side is not, it's a little bit smoother. So I'm going to try to just create that by just taking that line a little bit higher and brush it down. See, so I'm just sort of creating that line there, and again just underneath where those hairs are, create that main line and just fill it in, taking little strokes as if you were painting on the hairs basically, and fill in that arch section here. a lot of people, it depends on your face shape and obviously the style that you're going for. Some people go through a more straighter brow, some like the really prominent sort of arch. I'm somewhere in between probably. I just like to have a nice little sort of shape to it. There we go, so that's pretty much filled in that side, as you can see. Now this bit I always struggle with, because this part here is very, very different to this part here. So I have to sort of bring it a little bit further to try and create that, you know, that squared off look, because these hairs are growing in this direction, whereas this one they're growing up. So I have to try and create, you know, the look, the same look. So I just literally push the shadow upward just to create that sort of squared off look on that same, so they look the same, more or less. Anyway, okay, so that's that one filled in. Now you can see here I've come a little bit too far up. Now all I'm going to do is show you what I do just to even out those, even out the brows, and just basically it just makes them look a little bit more prominent, just a bit more cleaned up. So all I'm going to do now is take my concealer. I've got quite a light concealer for my skin tone, because I like my skin to look quite bright when I do, like when I conceal under here and obviously down the bridge of the nose. So I'll just take some concealer on a brush. This is just a normal brush really, just for applying, and all I'm going to do is pretty much run that concealer along the shape of the brow. And yes, you are going to look ridiculous at first till you blend it in. And then down that side, just to clean up that arch. And then underneath, you know, try and just create that nice clean line. I like them to be nice and clean, straight. And then just take that around there. So as you can see, it's pretty much going to cover up any little hairs that you might have down here as well. The concealer is going to cover that up. Do the same on this side, because as you can see here, I've gone up a little bit, so I'm going to just take that concealer and cover up where I've made that little mistake, if you can see that. See, so now, no mistake. And then take it down the arch, like that. Exactly the same underneath and around. Again, that side's going to cover up any little hairs that we've maybe missed when we've, you know, tweezed our eyebrows, or, and then you can obviously try and correct the shape if you've gone a little bit too thick maybe underneath. You could just add a little bit more concealer underneath, and it kind of acts like an eraser, I suppose. It just gets rid of any little mistakes that you might have. So this is what you look like. Obviously I look ridiculous at the moment, and my brows probably look, you know, quite like they're standing out quite a lot, but once you've obviously got the rest of your face on, your eyeshadow, your contour, it's going to all blend in really nice. So I'm just going to take a clean brush. This is just still quite a small brush, but I find it quite useful for shaping and moving that concealer. So I'm just going to take the concealer and blend that into the rest of my forehead, so it doesn't look too obvious. But you can then obviously neaten up the lines a little bit more, blend it all around to the side of your face so it's not standing out. I will go over this part here with my little blending sponge, just to make sure that it isn't standing out too much. But it definitely does make a difference with using the concealer, just to tidy things up, I've found anyway. So that's pretty much blended in under there. And then obviously if you have got, you can sort of pull that concealer down onto your eyelid, and then that would obviously act as a good base for you then doing your eye makeup. You can soften the edges of your eyebrows by just bringing it round, and then this will all get blended in when I do the rest of my concealer in a minute. So that one's sort of complete there, once it's obviously blended in with the Beauty Blender. And now I'm just going to do this side. Just clear those edges up, push it up into the forehead, down over the side. exactly same process. Bring that down a little bit onto the lid to act as your primer. Neaten those edges up. And there you go. That's a good first stage of sort of blending that concealer in. Eyebrows are on, so then I'll probably take a beauty blender, blend that in a little bit more. Once I've done the rest of my concealer, I like to conceal here, down my nose, under my eyes, here and here. Pretty much all the spots that you sort of want the light to be hitting, you know, if you were, you know, shining, shimmering, when you put your highlighter on. So yeah, that's my quick and easy eyebrow routine. Very simple. All you need is eyeshadow, a couple of brushes. I mean, I've used a spoolie today. Don't always use that. You could just run through with your brush before you apply the shade, and just a concealer, which most people have got in. So pretty simple, but just defines those brows a bit. Then once, obviously, if you want lashes on, you can put lashes on, and it will all blend in once you've obviously blended this bit with your beauty blender. So yeah, I hope you find this useful. I will try and bring you some more content, but I just wanted to while I was getting ready, just film a little quick video for you guys. But I'm gonna have to get ready for work now, so I better get a move on. But yeah, I hope you enjoy and I hope you find it useful. Have a great day, guys. Bye.